Yo, what's happening? What's happening? Yeah, I'm on something else. You know what I mean? I'm low key. Hold on. I gotta cut off the chat because I'm not aiming for to address the chat. If y'all ain't supporting, ain't no chat. So we'll cut that off. Hold on. Ain't no chat. And I'm not supporting the more the comments that y'all leaving no more. Mm-mm. Y'all not supporting. I'm not addressing. So let's do this. Um, Nah, I'm not supporting. I'm not for that. So any more questions, none of that. I'm not for to be keep asking y'all for shit. You know what I mean? Do what need to be done. You know, what's the rightfully thing that you should do. But y'all asses, man, be over here on goofy shit. You know. So I'm not supporting broke motherfuckers I got over here. I want supporters, people that's gonna support me and help me accomplish what I need to accomplish. So but hold on. Oh shit. Look at that. I'm not even in the hood. It's been quiet all day. All day it's been quiet. But you know, hey, that's what happens. Fucking idiot. He just felt like he just had to do something. So look, I lost a subscriber already, which is good. I want a lot of you broke motherfuckers to leave, man. I'm serious. So I could switch this shit up. Y'all broke asses up out of here, man. The fuck up out of here. I need people that's going to support, man. What I'm finna do. Let me see. I meant to do something right quick before I get into this. Oh, yeah, let me cut that off. So I'm not addressing none of y'all no more. It's a wrap. Y'all don't support, man. I mean, personally, I'm like, fuck y'all. No need. You know, I'm done this too long. If I was new in this game, I'd probably be like, all right, cool. Nah, I ain't doing it no more. Y'all some clowns. Now, I mean this. I'm serious about this. Fucking incels. Stupid motherfuckers be on here all day, all night, looking for shit. Just to, I don't know, man. I just gotta call you clowns incels, man. A lot of my people that follow me are incels. Now I gotta get y'all up out of my shit, man. So I switch it up, man. Now get some real supporters, people that's trying to make shit happen, man. So I gotta get rid of these dumbasses, man. That's supporting me, bro. Well, they ain't supporting me, but they be following me. All right, give me a second, cause I need to do this. But I'm not from here on out. Nah. Mm-mm. Alrighty. Anybody else that's new that want to come support. Hold on. All right. Damn, it still ain't showing me that I'm live. God damn, bruh. Oh wow. YouTube, come on, YouTube. I gotta do better, man. Y'all be doing too much, bro. All right. I got it. I got it. All right. Let me get rid of this. The chat. All right. I don't want no reactions. I'm about to exit chat out. Support. Hear that phone? My phone ring. I'm not. That shit over with. But we still gonna have this discussion. That shit look good though. God damn. All right. Let me see. All right. All right. Let's have it. Yeah. So there's a couple of things that's gonna be happening right now. I want to go over this because I should have been went over this, but with this white privilege, with this white black fatigue bullshit narrative that they was pushing, and I started seeing some other videos and shit that kind of made my point that I was been saying when they keep saying that white people are tired of us. But I was saying the last time I checked, you white motherfuckers started this. So I wanted to make sure I bring proof to you guys to show, just give you a little something what I was talking about. You know, this is white people's fault. White people created Keisha. White people created welfare. White people created this YN culture. So even what's going on now, but I'd rather just play this video and we just take it from there, man. But the what you call this cut off. I'm not addressing no chats. I ain't addressing no comments. Y'all know what y'all got to do. Hit that Cash App support. You support, motivate me, because y'all know how it is with me. Regardless, I'm still go do what I do. Y'all know me. This shit don't stop nothing. See, I know how I grind. I get out here and I hustle. But I'm really going to show y'all some shit right now. I don't know if y'all seen this video, but y'all need to see this video to make my point. So, and shout outs to, and it was the white guy that was calling out this clown. So, shout outs to him. But I'm not going to put him in my description. But let's have that discussion. And no, I'm not hiding. I just want my hoodie like this. Because I just want my hoodie like this. That's what I could do. So hopefully y'all can see this. Let me make sure y'all can see this. Okay, hold on. I don't even see myself in this shit. And hold on, we want to bring this back. Because I want y'all to make sure y'all understand the gist of this shit. What's going on.
So I want a Homo erectus.
Fuck y'all up.
That's right, if you don't mind me asking.
It's kind of like the paleo diet, but earlier, like Pangea.
This shit going on in Chicago. I was one of the first calling this out for years. I was one of the first. Might wasn't talking about this, but this is in Florida. But let's do this. Shout outs to the content creator right here. All right. Hold on, let me make sure. Hold on. Now I want it to be full. And let's have a convo. Make sure that's up loud. All right.
A lot were dads, brothers, uncles.
She says some of those arrested had children that go to school with her child.
They may have.
My heart, because they came home and didn't have them. They were shocked.
Okay, so the thing we've got to get to the bottom of right now is, as sad as it is for a child to have a parent who breaks the law and makes irresponsible, illegal decisions, It is not the fault of ICE agents that child's parent broke the law and is now in jail. But some of the people recently caught at this construction site, they were already in the country once, were deported, and somehow came back. And here they are building houses.
Of those hundreds of people that ICE intercepted up in the villages yesterday, we learned there were more than 30 arrests. Now, a few of those arrests involved people that were actually deported initially, but then again came back to the United States illegally.
Do we want people like that building homes that are supposed to be structurally sound and up to code and houses that physically abide by the law? How is that going to happen if the people building them are cutting corners at every step of the way? There might be problems at this place.
Going up to it.
But they not cutting corners. Well, Florida, they probably are. I take that back. Florida, that's what I was thinking about. I was like, okay, so Florida people, if any Florida people coming at me, oh no, they're able to work for the lower wages here in Chicago. No, nah. Like I told you, I was one of the first people person that talked about this years ago, that these illegals get union wages. And I mean, they probably cutting corners, but they're getting union journeyman wages. Facts. For decades.
The job site, asking a guy that's working out there, like, hey, you have a green card. Is everybody here legal?
It was about noon Tuesday when Richard Luke Hadwin took this video of Homeland Security.
Oh, there they are.
Walking by his construction site. He says they showed up in
His
unmarked cars.
construction site.
Some of them wearing masks.
I feel like they're just catching them at bad times on the job sites and stuff like that. I mean, I feel like they should leave it away from the work sites and just keep it like more on their residential areas.
Okay, so this guy here, he thinks it's annoying when people come to his job site and delay his work. I understand that, but when else are they supposed to go and interact with people who might be here breaking the law? When they're hiding somewhere or when they're physically out in public?
How many guys are usually working on this house?
Normally we have 5 or 6 per house.
Whoa.
Okay, right now it's 3.
Yeah, right now we got 3.
Hadwin says the place practically.
Bruh, that's horrible. 5 to 6 people. I'm looking at the structure, and I'm like, bruh, 5 to 6. This dude yo, Florida, y'all horrible, bro. Florida, you're horrible. 5 to 6 people working on that house. It should at least be about 10. Seriously. And I could tell Florida, and knowing you're a red state, y'all asses, y'all about them non-union people building these houses. 3 to 4. What? Wait, what? And them, the carpentry, you gotta have a carpentry, carpenters going on, the plumbers, doing their thing. People like me, the electricians, but the electricians kind of be like, all right. I mean, we usually put the lights, the daylights, or we call them daylights. Y'all call them probably emergency lights. The daylights up, whatever. Sometimes y'all want to work late into the night. And I don't think you probably need the drywallers yet. But you really gonna have to have the labor crew. 3 to 5, like, wait, what? You trying to get the house up? I gotta show you how to. Everything gotta be like boom, 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 boom. Infrastructure. You got the cement workers, you got the rebar and the cement and everything. I don't know if it's from the ground up. You gotta start at the basement structure, whatever. Concrete workers, they do that. Whatever. Carpenters put up the at the bottom. If you have basements, construction, because a lot of people, states and cities don't have the basement infrastructure, so they just go off the solid ground. I think Florida probably do it. I don't know. I have to look that up. It don't matter to me. But I mean, when it comes to like a plethora of like houses and shit, like you got a cul-de-sac and all this, like you making like a small community. Everything is like this. I swear to God, it's like ain't no 4-5 work. Man, you got like 10 some workers up there in each apartment, each house. It's like this. Because they trying to boom, get that done, boom, get that, go to the next house, boom, get that done, get that done. You know, the carpenters are getting the wood up, they're getting the frames up and all that. They're going boom, 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 boom. You know what I mean? And then here comes the drywallers, the plumbers, they putting up their septicals and their pipes and all what they need to get ran. And then it come to us, the electricians. We already probably been in there. We giving them the lights and shit like that, man. And then we just keeping it going. Just like boom, 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 boom. Because usually at the end of the day, I mean, you usually got the electricians. We're at the end. The drywallers, depending on what they want, you know, because you know, some contractors, you know, they want the, you know, extravagant type of look. You know, they probably want the lights in the ceiling and all that other shit. There's a lot that goes into that, man. So it all depends, man. So that's how that goes. So, but yeah. But when it comes to these illegals and shit, nah. All right, let's keep going, man. Let's keep going. Yeah. Support, man. I'm putting it out there, man. I'm not recognizing the chat. I'm not recognized comments. Y'all gotta support, man. Hit that cash out. Support, gotcha. I'm not saying shit.
We cleared out even before the agents arrived. Word had spread from another target site that feds were on the move.
The whole construction of our home is in jeopardy.
So the guy in the empty house said they usually have 6 people working on each of these homes, and now they're down to about half their staffing levels. And here we find somebody who's got money to afford a home in America, and he's supposed to be the sob story.
I think
and he's all
better
upset
too.
because the criminal company employing people illegally who might be very dangerous aren't going to finish his house on time. And he's all upset about it, and it's some travesty of justice, according to this future homeowner.
Andy Adamick is supposed to move into his new home in July, and he likes the guys who are working on it. He doesn't know what their immigration statuses are.
Right.
They were not there when he checked on the house Tuesday.
Because these guys provide a valuable labor force.
See?
And it's really, unfortunately, you know, they were illegally here.
The Sumter County Sheriff's Office tells us the feds gave them a heads up that they...
See? Who you think be hiring these motherfuckers? That's what I was saying about white fatigue. Like I was telling y'all back then. I said this decades ago when I was working. When I was in the city, that was a city contract. And I had the Mexicans, the laborers, that didn't even know how to speak English. And I was sitting back like who the fuck hired? And then the superintendent of the job was white. Y'all hire these people. White people, Brad, hire these illegals. They the one that hires these people. As you just see, I didn't know. I don't know what's going on. I just want my house to be built. Other than saying like, damn, wait, my American citizens, regardless what they were, black, Latino, whites, they're citizens of the U.S. That's all I care about. You know, they're getting a living wage. I mean, because I can't speak for Florida, because here in Chicago they don't play that. You can't. This type of situation, if they wasn't union, man, they'd be going crazy. I think I used to post this back then when I started out. Like I worked at certain jobs back then, and the labor union would just be crazy. Like they will go crazy. Like people started up it was like a building that was built. When I was doing residential, when I was starting off, it was probably like 20 feet away. They started off another high rise, which I don't know what made them do that. And it wasn't Mexicans. It was a mixture of like Polish motherfuckers, all of that. Probably it was illegal, and they had them to do the infrastructure of that damn apartment building. They were starting from the bottom, and them laborers like, nah, they went crazy. While we finishing up the electric, we wiring up. It was like the end of that residential property we did, which was fun. That was cool. I really enjoyed that. That's why I'm more of a residential type of guy. I like to stick with them type of jobs. But you know, it was like I don't know who this labor dude was. And at that position, it was mixed. It was white, it was Latins, it was whites, it was blacks. Guess what? They all knew how to speak English. And we used to have fun, like, you know, wow, you know, the foreman would take us all down the street. He'll buy us something to eat. It wasn't cheap because that was downtown, closer downtown. It was like what area was that? What area was that? 'Cause it's in my mind. It was off Lake Street. It wasn't Damien. Trying to think of the street, but that was kind of like the area they moved their the Cabrini Green people when they tore down Cabrini Green. They moved them all over around that area. So, and then they stopped. They actually built other properties. This is before I got in. I started, you know, I got into the trade. It was like 2010, whatever. So they already been building new properties over there. But I'm trying to think of what was that street. It's not Damon, but it was around Damon. So but this was more north, like prior to you going to the bridge area, like crossing over that bridge. And I never seen that before, like a union rep like lose his mind like that. Like, you know, we up in there, it was hot. It was a summertime, you know, doing the wiring and everything. We weren't wiring the outlets. We was just, you know, like they say, you know, we weren't really doing that. You know, we was just kind of making sure everything was wired right from down in from the panel, because back then it was on Sears. You had to make sure everything was cool along with the circle breakers. But I'm not going to dive into that, you know, because I wasn't, after that, I had some, because of the company I work with, they was like, you know, we got something else. You finna go to the, I think where they sent me to, I think, because I actually, I don't know if it's still on here, because I got sent to the University of Chicago, the medical center, and they wanted a new damn, I forgot. I put that up here, but I don't think it's there anymore. Cafeteria. They want a big ass cafeteria. And I got sent over there, and that was like the first time I was seeing like dudes picking up iron, the long beams, iron. I never seen that before, because usually what I was seeing was like the cranes and all that shit. They pick it up. I was seeing dudes. It was a big black man pick one up, and it was a white dude picking up these beams, and I'm like, yo, is that legal? And that's when I started really seeing like the construction work. Like prior to that, like the rebar they was putting in the construction, that they was laying the foundation and everything. I was seeing all parts of construction, and it was a lot of black men there. And when I ain't see that many Mexicans, and it was like, okay, cool. I was like, wow, you know, big, that black motherfucker was like a wrestler, like huge. But I never seen that before. Like I never seen nobody pick up a beam, a metal beam like that. That beam probably had to be weight over like 200-300 pounds. For real. Cause he had to but we was on the lower level. We wasn't high up because they used to, like from the history I heard, they used to do that high up when they was making these high rises. That was crazy. Now I'm sitting there looking at it. But luckily, because when they would do it, they pick it up and sometimes they would turn with it. If you was behind that bitch and that shit caught you, all this right here fucked up. So yeah, so I kind of stayed my distance, but I was like, what the fuck? But that was kind of cool, you know what I mean? Because that was a state contract, and they used to give us food and shit like that, you know, for the most part. The old cafeteria, you could go down there and get you know what I mean? They was feeding us, and they had the food trucks and all that, because like breakfast wise in the morning, because that's the only time I would eat out the food truck was in the morning. Like, but doing lunch, I would go up in there, man, and they was kind of spoiling us, and that shit was free. So it was like, all right, cool. It was mostly blacks and whites, some fucking Latinos. All right, cool, whatever, blah blah blah. But now you start looking at this shit, man. Bruh, as time went on, like I told you when I did that job for the city, for the water plant, those dudes was illegal. All they asked was illegal. They couldn't even speak English. None of them. All of them. And I knew they was illegal. I knew something was up. I just couldn't understand it. And even the foreman, he could barely talk English. Barely talk English. Everything had to be repeated to him to finally be like, all right, yeah, because we probably need this swing stage. Not a swing stage. Well, yeah, because they need the security, the cameras and shit, they need to be put on the outside, because what they had was kind of old. And some of those spots they didn't even have no damn cameras, which because that area started to get vandalized because Keisha and all of them started moving in there, blah blah blah. So all right, and that area that building was kind of high, so the lift trucks couldn't get us up there, so they had to make swing stages. So we had to get on the swing stages and wired up shit and put cameras up there and all that shit. And it was like, oh my god. That's why I was saying before, I never been on no swing stage. That shit was like that wind was hitting, because we was over there by the lake. It was like, oh my god, like like it was like, what the fuck is this shit? You know, we trying to, you know, it's like 2 of us on there, and you got the laborers down there, and we like, and you would think like 4 stories ain't shit. Them 4 stories on there was like we was high up there, because when you look over, we can see basically the city. So we was like, oh, okay. But then it was like, if we have a nice day, it was nice. We enjoyed ourselves. But when it was on windy days, oh shit, it was like, oh hell no. That swing stage was just woo. Oh shit, you trying to hurry up wire, and you gotta, you know, drill into that concrete, and man, god damn. and then to be able to reach out to the foreman, like, hey, we probably let us back down a little bit because we couldn't even talk to the other people that was taking us up or down because you motherfucker can't even speak fucking English. So it was just like the foreman is right there on the other side of us because I don't know how to explain. I ain't gonna explain this shit because that's a long story. We ain't doing that. But he'd be right there kind of watching, and then we'd be like, hey, bring us down a little bit. And he like blah 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 in Spanish to them, and they're like, all right. And then we just be like, okay, we need to come back up. And then I started thinking to myself, like, why couldn't this be like a black company? We could be telling a black company, hey, yo, you need to come up. You see where we at? Because, we would line out what we, hey, we need to come here and do what we got to do. You know what I mean? But with that, anyway, but I was like thinking to myself, like, bro, there's something wrong, man. This ain't right. Like, what's going on, man? Like, why is they here? Now we got a whole Hispanic, and I was one of them dudes like, yeah, they must be getting paid like peanuts. To the one guy, my guy, and I started off, he was just like, nah, bro. He's like, I don't think so. And I was like, what you mean? He's like, nah, I don't think so. I think they part of the union. I was like, wait, what? He's like, yeah, and he proved it to me. Actually, me and him betted, and the one dude can speak now lick of English, show him his paycheck. And I told y'all this. That shit was like back then in 2011, 12. He making $1,500 a fucking week back then. He wasn't making more than us, but still, it was like, I couldn't believe. I said, wait, what? 1,500 as a laborer back then, 2010, 2012. Think about that. Do your math on that. And they was illegals. I said, God, I was like, are you? And then I was like, damn, can you imagine black men getting this? But anyway, I'm gonna continue that play, and I'm finna just go ahead and I'm going to use it.
They were in the area, but deputies did not participate in the operation in Wildwood.
Look at all these houses that people who are in America right now legally could be working on. Every teenager, every unemployed American can now go and apply for a job to work at these houses because these jobs aren't being taken away by people who not only aren't even supposed to be here, but who are being paid probably less than fair wages, maybe working in dangerous or exploitative conditions, and could even have that job because a criminal connected it with them in the first place. That's why workplace enforcement is so important, because a lot of times the workers that find out about these jobs are brought to these work sites, to these employers, by gang members who they owe money to.
Apply for a new place from any place with just a single click. Apartments.com, the place to find a place.
Run a business? You need to know about the easiest CRM solution, Begin. It integrates with all my favorite applications and helps me get...
We're talking to everybody out here. Are you a citizen of the U.S.?
Now, agents moved from house to house approaching workers. ICE described the interaction as a consensual and optional conversation since they did not have a warrant.
YouTube bogus, bro. YouTube bogus. YouTube really doing this, like they really just vamping up the commercials. This is insane, man. Fuck you. Anyway.
Agents questioned their legal status, and those who couldn't provide valid immigration documents were fingerprinted on site. This is part of a process to verify identities through a national immigration database. ICE says they opened an investigation after concerns from community members.
Oh, how come that other news channel didn't interview any of the concerned community members who don't want criminals building substandard houses in their backyard? They found the one guy who's upset that his house isn't going to be built yet.
We've received a lot of tip line reporting on the, hiring practices of a lot of companies in the area. And so that's what we're doing today. We're obtaining a lot of license plates, company names, to be able to follow up on a lot of investigations are going to launch as a result of today's actions.
And that's a good thing.
This marks the first worksite enforcement operation of its kind in the state of Florida. Officials made it clear it will not be the last. Most work.
And let me let y'all know, I hate doing this. Y'all know me. I'm like the third party, man. I hate doing this. But I'm trying to make a point. Who the fuck be hiring them? Who be supporting them? White people. we don't be hiring them. The fuck up out of here.
Workers complied with officers' requests, but over 30 ran away. According to HSI Tampa, agents talked to 361 construction workers yesterday, but arrested 33. 4 have a felony for coming back to the U.S. after being deported. And back out here live, Sandra.
So here's the angle to this that a lot of people don't understand. If you have situations in America where anybody can come and get a job, even if it's off the books and it's illegal, that will be exploited by a criminal underworld that is in the process of bringing people here in an illegal manner just to exploit protests and things like that. Well, they are now very upset that some of these ICE agents are covering their faces when they go on these raids.
The agents who took Georgetown University fellow Badar Khan Suri of Virginia into custody were...
I don't care about this, bro.
Protections. All we seem to care about here are protections built into our legal system.
I'm not going to keep diving into that. Like I said, white fatigue. Who's supporting them? Who be hiring them? It's not us. It's not us. So, y'all already know what's going on. I'm not gonna keep pushing this shit because I got other shit I'm gonna dive into because this is another dude. I'm gonna come out of this because I hate third party shit. But this dude, I'm gonna have to get at. The black conservative. Yeah, the black conservative. That's this last video we did. That was fucking retarded, bruh. Oh Lord. Let me come out of this shit. This shit was. I was like, damn, bruh. Hold on. This video here, we gonna have that discussion. Shout out to him for doing this one though. Hold on. Where is it? Did he take it down? I know you didn't take it down. Where's the video, bro? This video here. That's going to be coming next. We're going to be doing this video next, but I'm about to cook. Y'all be looking forward to this one because it's some things that he got wrong on this one, and I'm gonna tag him. I'm definitely gonna tag him. But when y'all feel like supporting whatever, let me know. But this probably gonna be tomorrow, and I'll be thinking like, hey, I got money, bro. I got a little money. There's a little money I had in my pocket. I be throwing my money on the table, bro. I got a little money, man. I usually don't keep cash on me. So anybody, y'all decide to run up on me when I'm out there, let me pause this. Don't do it because I don't keep cash on me like that. I really don't. So I'll be trying to run your ass up on me. So, but yeah, I was about to go in, but my mind kind of just be like, because I was about to go in like on these motherfuckers keep talking about black fatigue. Unfortunately, my mind ain't there yet. I really don't give a fuck right now. I don't care. I mean, white fatigue, like, yeah, I just don't want to take accountability like Keisha, but I understand why, because y'all made Keisha. Y'all do the what? Y'all create the welfare shit. Y'all created feminism. Y'all created affirmative action. Y'all created DEI. A lot of motherfuckers carrying and got over. Brad gets over too. And it's just like, you know what, man, fuck all this shit. But I definitely want to go over this video. It's coming next because I give him his props for diving into this, but he was on that go with the white people. What about the white people getting higher in Chicago? I said, damn. I said, God damn. Thank you, Black Conservative, for doing this one. I said, thank you. Woo, I said, finally. I was waiting for somebody to even try to test the waters, but what I did before. And I said, okay, bro. I said, this video here is golden. This is golden. This is what I'm talking about. Well, I was saying like they don't hire black men and all this other shit. And he's trying to make excuses like, oh, he's just hiring black people and you know, they got power and all this shit in Chicago. I was like, oh man, thank you. I was like, oh. Thank you, Black Conservative. I'm tagging you in my video I do next, which I think is going to be tomorrow with this video, because I said, thank you. Thank you. How much a fucking idiot that you are, but at the same time, it's a blessing because this really going to bring home what I'm saying. And I get it. People know I'm at 0 and people don't be listening to me and all this goofy ass shit, and I be laughing at you, y'all motherfuckers, because I know y'all want the drama, y'all want the goofy shit, and but I'm definitely go in with this one, man. I said cool, and yeah, y'all motherfuckers some widows out there, but I'm gonna change the narrative. That's coming. I'm not tripping about that. I know y'all probably want me to be out there cussing at the city hall meetings and all that shit and be out there acting the ass for me to gain some type of fucking popularity. Nah, I got it. I got this, man. I'm cool, man. And I hope that other number go down and then I can start transcending the way I reach people and have different people that really want to support and I could just really push the narrative, like, with Chicago. I mean, I already have, so yeah, I get it, Diddy case and all that. Y'all weird asses need y'all need y'all what you call it, man. Y'all dose of that drama. And yeah, but everything still stay the same. But I'm not, y'all hear me from here on out. I ain't addressing the chat. I ain't addressing no comments. Y'all ask me questions. Blah, blah, blah. Nope. Y'all see what's going across that screen, and y'all see what's gonna be in the description. Y'all support. Other than that, nah, man, I'm cool, bro. But yeah, this coming up next. And I think I'm gonna really start just pushing out videos now. Just pushing it out, pushing them out. Because I'm starting to learn a little about my thumbnails and shit. So yeah. Stop pushing, man. Pushing this shit. I'm your pusher, goddamn ice. Nah, I don't say icy, man. Fuck that shit. Anyway, we get on out of here. Y'all know how I am, man. I just how I move, man. Get on out of here. And we're gonna leave it at that. But yeah, real people y'all want to support. Y'all see it. And it is what it is. Peace.